Hello everyone, welcome to the Tkinter Hub. And welcome to this video. In this video, we will build this modern GUI interface, using the CustomTkinter module. But that's not all. This program has multiple pages, with the switch between pages functionality in a modern style. You can see, I can switch from one page to another page, by clicking the page option. So this video will be great for beginners and also intermediate Python learners, who want to create modern GUI applications. So welcome back to the video. So this program contains 4 pages. The first page is the login page, which is always by default pre-switched as the program begins to start. And you can see, I can switch between pages by clicking the page option. And also when a page is switched by clicking the page option, then the clicked page option is indicated. So this functionality is very simple to create. And these pages are simple interfaces. These pages have no any functionality, these are just simple interfaces. So by the end of this video, you'll have a fully working app that looks awesome, and you can even use this program for your own projects. So without wasting any time, let's start to create this program. So here I am using the PyCharm to write code. You can use any code editor. So we will use the CustomTkinter module to create our program interface. The CustomTkinter is a modern version of the standard Tkinter library, and it's an external module, so you will need to install this module. To install this module, simply open your command prompt and type pip install CustomTkinter. No space between custom and Tkinter, and I have already installed this module. You can install it through this command. So let's import the CustomTkinter module and create a basic window. So here I have import the CustomTkinter as CTK, so import CustomTkinter as CTK. It gives the CustomTkinter module a short alias like CTK, so instead of writing module full name CustomTkinter, we will write CTK. Now let's create the CTK basic window. This CTK class creates a basic window, and be careful here, these C and T letters are in the capital case, and this K letter is in the lower case. And this main loop will start the event loop, which will keep the window responsive to user interactions. And the basic window is ready, but we will need to set the window width and height, so here I will set the window width and height. So here I have set the window width 500, and the height 500, and also here I will set the window title text. And the CTK basic window is ready. Let's run this program. And here you can see, the CTK basic window is created. But you can see, the CTK basic window is appearing in the dark color. Basically this is the appearance mode of the CTK window, so if your operating system theme is dark, then your CTK window and overall interface will appear in the dark color. So this is according to your operating system's current theme, but you can change your CTK window appears mode, even if your operating system theme is dark or white. Check out CustomTkinter window appearance mode documentation. Now let's start to create the interface of our program. First, in our CTK basic window, we will create a frame called Pages Options Frame, and in the Pages Options frame we will create these Pages Options, which are actually the button widgets, and also the Pages Options indicators, which are actually the label widgets. So let's begin by creating the Pages Options frame. The CTK frame is the class of the CustomTkinter frame widget. First, here in the master argument, we will specify where we want to put this frame widget, so we will put this frame widget in the root window. And also we will set the width value 130 to this frame widget. And we will pack this frame widget in the root window. And I will set the side to the left of this frame widget, which will adjust this frame to the left side. And also I will fill this frame widget in the y-axis. By setting fill in the y-axis, the frame will be stretched from top to the bottom. And also I will set the pad Y5 and pad X5, which will add the margin space to the frame widget, from window 4 edges top to the bottom, left to the right, by 5 pixels. And the Pages Options frame is ready. Let's run this program. And here you can see, the Pages Options frame is created, it's adjusted to the left side, and fill in the y-axis, and margin space added from the window edges. But one thing is missing, we need to add the around border to the Pages Options frame, so let's add the border. To set the border to the CTK frame widget, simply we need to set the frame widget border width property value. So here I will set the border width value 1, which will set the frame widget border width 1 pixel. And also we will need to set the frame widget border color, which will make visible the border around the frame widget. So here I have set the border color white. Now let's run this program. And now you can see, the border is added around the Pages Options frame, in the white color. So we have created the Pages Options frame, and now we will create these Pages Options, in the Pages Options frame. And as I said earlier, these Pages Options are actually the button widgets, so using the CTK button widgets we will create these Pages Options, and then using a technique we will set the appearance of these button widgets, like these Pages Options. So let's create the Pages Options using the CTK button widgets. So first I will create this login page option, using a CTK button widget. So we will put this button widget in the Pages Options frame. And here I will set the button text, and also here I will set the button text color white. And also here I will set the button font style bold, and the font size 20. And also here I will set the width value 60 to this button widget. And I will place this button widget in the Pages Options frame. So here I have specified the X and Y position of this button widget, inside in the Pages Options frame. Now let's run this program. Here you can see, the CTK button widget is created inside the Pages Options frame. And if you notice, when I am hovering the cursor over the button widget, then it is highlighting. This is the hover effect which is by default enabled with the CTK button widget. So I will disable this hover effect, and then using a technique we will set the appearance of this button widget, like this login page option. To disable the button widget hover effect, simply here we will set the hover property value false. Now let's see how we will set the appearance of this button widget, like this login page option. To set the appearance of this button widget like this login page option, simply we will need to apply the FG color of this page's options frame to this button widget. So basically we will apply the color of the page's options frame to this button widget as the color of the button body. So what will happen, by applying the color of page's options frame to this button widget, the button widgets itself will visually disappear, because the button widget and the frame widget both are in the same color. But the button widget text will remain display, because we have set the button widget text color white. So we will use this technique, so let's do this. First we will need to get the color of the page's options frame. So here I am getting the color of the page's options frame. The page's options frame color I will store in the frame color variable. Using the frame widget cget method we will get the FG color of the frame. The frame widget color is stored in the FG color property. So here in the cget method I will specify the frame widget property name, which property value of the frame widget I want to get. So the frame widget FG color is the color of the frame widget. And now I will set this page's options frame color to the FG color of this button widget. The FG color property sets the color of the button widget. So here I have set the FG color of the page's options frame to this button widget FG color. Now let's run this program. And you can see, the login page option is ready. And I hope you understand how we have created this login page option using a button widget. And similarly I will create the sign up page option, and the other pages options, as I have created the login page option. So let's create the sign up page option. Similarly we will create the sign up page option, as we have created the login page option. So here I will copy these login page option button properties changes, and I will apply to the sign up page option button. And similarly we will place this button in the page's options frame. And the sign up page option is ready. Let's run this program. And here you can see the sign up page option is created. And similarly we will create the other pages options. All the pages options are ready. Let's run this program. So we have created the all pages options. And now press the subscribe button, if you have not subscribed to the Tkinter Hub. And now we will create the indicators, for these pages options. So basically each page option, will have their separate indicator. Using the CTK label widget, we will create the indicator. So let's see, how we will create the indicators using the CTK label widget. Here is the login page option, and here the above of the login page option, I will create the indicator for the login page option. Using this label widget we will create the indicator for the login page option. And we will put this label widget in the pages options frame. And also I will set the label text empty, because we don't want to display the text in the label. Now let's see, how we will make this label widget, like this indicator. To make this label widget in a little vertical line shape, we will need to resize this label widget in a specific width and height. So here I will set the width value 5, and the height value 40, which will resize this label widget in a little vertical line shape. And also we will set the FG color of this label widget, which will make this label widget visible. And we will place this label in the pages options frame. So the login page option indicator is ready. Now let's run this program. And here you can see, the login page option indicator is created. And I hope you understand how we have created this indicator using the CTK label widget. And similarly we will create the indicators for the other pages options. And here you can see, the sign-up page option indicator is created, and similarly we will create the indicators for the other pages options. So here I will copy the code of the sign-up page option indicator, to create the other pages options indicators. And the indicators are ready. Let's run this program. And we have created the all indicators. Each page option has their separate indicator. And now press the subscribe button, if you have not subscribed to the Tkinter Hub. And now we will create a functionality, which will show only the indicator of the clicked page option, as you can see in the showing example. Let's talk about how we will create this functionality. So initially, when this program will start, then we will hide all the indicators, but except the login page option indicator. The login page option indicator we will set always pre-indicated. Whenever the program will start, then the indicator of the login page option will be already indicated, and also the login page content will be already displayed. Now let me tell you how we will hide these other indicators. Here is the sign up page option indicator. Let's see how we will hide this indicator. To hide this indicator, simply we will need to apply the color of the page's options frame to this indicator label FG color. So we have used the same technique, which we have used to hide the page's options button background. Now let's see if I run this program. Now here you can see, the sign up page option indicator is not showing, but it's actually present here. By applying the frame matching color, the indicator label becomes invisible. And similarly we will hide these other pages options indicators. Now you can see, the other indicators are hidden, and the login page option indicator is showing, because it will by default pre-indicated, when this program starts. Now let's see, how we will create a functionality which will show only the clicked page option indicator. So if I will click the sign up page option, then only the sign up page option indicator should be shown, and another showing indicator should be hidden. Let's see how we will create this functionality. Here in the indicate function, we will create the functionality which will show only the clicked page option indicator. First, here in the indicate function, we will take an argument called indicator. Through this indicator argument, we will specify which indicator of page option will show. Before doing anything, first of all in the indicate function we will hide all the indicators. So we will hide all the indicators, including the login page option indicator, which we have by default pre-indicated. So we will configure each indicator label widget, and we will set the FG color of each indicator label, which is the color of the page's options frame. And similarly we will hide the other indicator labels. So here I have hidden all the indicators, and after hiding all the indicators, then we will show only the targeted indicator. The targeted indicator is an indicator of the page option which has clicked. So here after hiding all the indicators, then here I will show only the indicator which will be specified through this argument. So here I will configure this targeted indicator, and I will change the FG color of the indicator label, which will make the indicator label visible. So here I will set this FG color to the targeted indicator, which will make the targeted indicator visible. So basically this function will hide all the indicators, and then it will show only the clicked page option of indicator, which we will get from this argument. Now let's see how we will use this function, to show only the indicator of the clicked page option. Simply we will add this indicate function, to every page option, as button command. Here is the login page option. Let's add the indicate function to this login page option, as the button command. So we will need to use the lambda function, to add the indicate function to the login page option button, because we will pass an argument to the indicate function. So here in the indicate function of the indicator argument, we will pass the login page option indicator label, as argument. Now what will happen? Now if the login page option will be clicked, then only the login page option indicator will be shown, and other indicators will be hidden. And similarly we will add the indicate function to the other pages options. Here is the sign up page option. Let's add the indicate function to this page option. So if the sign up page option will be clicked, then only the sign up page option indicator should be shown. So here in the indicator argument, we will pass the sign up page option indicator label as argument. And similarly we will add the indicate function to the contact us page option. So if the contact us page option will be clicked, then the contact us page option indicator should be shown. So here in the indicator argument, we will pass the contact us page option indicator label as argument. And similarly we will add the indicate function to the about page option. So if the about page option will be clicked, then the about page option indicator should be shown. So here in the indicate function of the indicator argument, we will pass the about page option indicator label as argument. And we have added the indicate function to all the pages options. Now let's run this program. So you can see, the login page option is pre-indicated, because we have set it by default pre-indicated. Let's see if I click the sign up page option. You can see, when I click the sign up page option, then the sign up page option indicator is showing. And let's see if I click the contact us page option. And you can see, the contact us page option indicator is showing. When I click the contact us page option, let's see if I click the about page option. And you can see, the about page option indicator is showing, when it clicked. So we have created the functionality, which shows only the clicked page option indicator. So this video was too long, so I have divided this video into two parts. The second part video link is available in the pinned comment in the comments box, and also in the description box.